Hello world, and welcome back to campaign mode, the little series where you guys suggest missions and we do them all to a little budget and rule system. Once again, the rules are in the description, little link, clicky wiki, and there will also be a couple of selected mods in the description as well. Okay, and thank you to all the comments and stuff and things. I was able to actually name Kerbals, so we have Bad T. Kerman, McKim, and Raycan aboard the little space station, which is yet unnamed, but I think someone suggested a name that I actually liked. This is the bit where I go look for it. Yay! Perseus. Yeah, I like that name, so we're going to name this Perseus. Rename. Perseus. Perseus Station. Perseus Station, and we can change it to the station symbol. Awesome. Cool. We're just coming around into nighttime here. You know, not that it really matters. There's a few hours of night every day, or something. I don't know. I think it's about 20 minutes to orbit. Yeah, something like that. Anyway. What have we got this episode? Let's go back to the old Space Center. Alright, just showing off this new thing. We have just received here at the Space Center Laboratories, we have just received shipment of several new toys. Multiples of, just in case we break them. But we've got two different sizes, and this is the new Space Arm. This thing is designed for manipulating objects in space. Activate. And here we have a camera directly on the end, and we have a series of controls that allow us, as you can see, it's got a lovely sound effect. But as you can see, we can manipulate this arm. One of these does the up and down, that one does the up and down. Yes, we can manipulate it quite well, and it has quite a wide range of motion if this thing comes down. There will be a link for this particular mod in the description, as this is our little spotlight mod for today. I have yet to have one of these in space, but I've been playing with them, playing around with them here on Kerbal and Kerbin, and they're incredibly cool. These actually, when you magnetize to something, it docks with it essentially. So you can dock with something by magnetizing it. So you don't need a docking port, it just magnetizes and docks to anywhere on the side, makes it one craft. So if you're in space, you can use it to pull in. That's as far as that one swings. It also rotates here. You can pull in like modules and position them. And say if you've got a large space station with multiple sections and you want to rejigger it, instead of having them float off, you could say pull one out and hold it with this while the other bits maneuver, which is very handy. There's quite a range of motion, you see. This is cool. This is the small one. This one's actually made for the Buran orbiter. Bobcat. This is a Bobcat Industries mod with Rumfarer, with the old Rumfarer plug-in. Supposedly warp capable, which is cool. Something to note is when you're actually docked vessels together, if you can actually move the object inside yourself because the collision meshes are turned off. But man, they do take a little while to get used to, like all the massive range of movement. I'd like for these buttons to be a little bit more spaced out in their sets a bit more, which they are on the bigger arm, and I'll show you the bigger arm in just a sec. Okay, here we are, and this one is basically your replica of the International Space Station's Canada arm. A lot bigger, and I brought some. I didn't realize those were going to be so explosive. We were going to drop them and pick them up. I guess not. Anyway, but same with this one. Click on it, or right click on it, and then you get this menu. The arrow here seems to be missing, but if you click in the corner you can make it bigger and smaller. I wish this was fully rescalable. As you can see, you've got a wider range of movement, and this even has a little targeting crosshairs, and when you're in magnet range of something. Let's see if I can... I believe there's also a button. Wow, that's really cool. There's also a button that puts it onto fine control, where these sections here move a lot slower. So that can be handy as well for possible missions. We're just going to doctor ourselves a bit here, actually, if we can. As you can see, because of collision meshes are turned off between connected parts, we're clipping inside of ourselves here. But we're magnetized now. Not that there's anything to magnetize to it. Static laser joint. That's weird. Cool. But as you can see, it's a really cool thing. It's quite a big thing. Outstretches quite a bit. You have to swing the whole thing around to get it to go a full whack all the way around. But I think this is quite useful, and I think we're going to have to put one of these... I think the next module we put on the space station, the Perseus, is going to have to be a utilities module. We got the tug up there. We got a habitat module for crew. Now we need something that's going to build the major infrastructure. So we're going to use one of these. As you can see, it's got quite a range of motion. This is probably going to topple us over a bit. I don't know. Pretty wide base on this. Whee! And a lovely camera. But, you know, that's awesome. Lovely textures too. Okay. Now on with what we're actually going to be doing. I had a suggestion from Atomize. UAV. We're going to be building a UAV. We're also going to be putting up a mapping satellite just to map our local vicinity of Minmus, the Moon, and Kerbal. So it's gonna have we're gonna try and rig it up to do that full mission of the Moons and Kerbal, but we're not sure how. We might run out of fuel. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, here we are in the VAB, and I've started construction of a UAV. This doesn't fly very well because there's no upward stabilizer. Until we get a working model of this down, this works under the vehicle, like the vehicle design rules I got, which is, you know, it's like 1/4 the cost and all that. This is half-meter parts, as you can see by that huge thing there. You know what we got here? These are from the Rods from God mod. These might be sufficient upward stabilizers, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Let's put them on the wingtips as well. There they go. Let's actually do 2 if we can. Oh yes, I like it. I like it a lot. It looks pretty funky, although it makes me want to turn this one around. Actually, we'll do 2 up here, like that. Yeah, it looks pretty funky. Yeah, this hasn't got any of the gear on it for doing its mission yet, but this is going to be a high altitude, sort of more in detailed investigation device. Like we're going to. Yeah, that's cool. We're going to put up a satellite to map, but if we see any nice targets, we'll investigate it more thoroughly with this. So we're going to build this, and hopefully we can get this thing to fly safely at around about. I'm aiming for about 18 kilometers as a stable target altitude, but I don't know. Planes are very hard. I find them hard. Okay. We've got I think I'm going to switch this engine out. Let's see if we can find a nice half-meter. And yes, the ramjet air intakes are the best. I've also got this mod, which is an actual ramjet. But, I probably should mount some of them on there, shouldn't I? I don't know. Where are they? Here they are. Some of these small ones. Where would I mount them though? I suppose I could put them under there, couldn't I, actually? Let's flip this thing up. And I found these, where are they? Is that it? Don't think this is what I was wanting, actually. Let's see if we can find that nice tail. Aha! Fuselage section. Ooh. Rotatey fun. I'll get it eventually. Right, let's see how this looks. Not bad. A little bit clipping there, don't like that at all. Still clipping a little, move it forward a bit. I don't think I'm going to get rid of that clipping, am I? Not really. Unless I do something like that and then... that annoys me. That's annoying. What I could do though... Still clipping, because you moved it back so much. Actually, we'll do the old underside mounting again. There we go. Nice. Now let's check out our. Don't know about that. Might want to move these forward a bit. A little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, not sure what else kind of we can use for the fin up the top if we need it. I don't really have anything that small. There's plenty of these massive ones. I might do some sort of upright big thing at the end like that if we need to. We'll see. We'll take this for a test flight and just see how far we get with it. Then we have to attach the cameras and all that equipment. I really have to stop fraps when I come to the runway or the launch pad, because there's a little change going on or something in Kerbal Space Program, like a change in the display ratio, and it's causing fraps to crash everything, which is not good and takes valuable time. So what's our... that's cool. Okay, where was I? Ah, yeah. Stuff and things. Let's throttle up and try and fly this. Let's put on that. Let's power up both these engines. See how she handles. She wants to take off, so that's a start. Whoa! Save it, save it, save it. Okay. She's twitchy. She need to move that center of mass forward, we do. You know what, we might actually add another few fuel tanks to the front. It'll increase its range, but that's cool. We know she's responsive, at least. Oh, wow. That was a spin out. Oh, recover. Recover. Okay. Yeah. We definitely need to put some more fuel tanks. Can we land this? Can we land it? Can we save it? I don't want to have to pay for another one. I just want to upgrade this one. Come on, guys. Can you save it? Can you save it? Okay. Alright, alright. Jesus. Yeah. We've got a lot of batteries on here because the mappers and stuff and the laser camera, and we might even use some of the laser guidance stuff for autopiloting. But that stuff takes a lot of power, so... oh, shit. It's going to be rough landing, I think. Oh, no. Ah, it's gone. Oh, lost it. Oh, well. Back to the hangar. Alright, okay. Yeah, thank you guys for your comments and tips on docking and whatnot. Yeah, I forgot about the whole click the target and the control from here thing to change it all to be more accurate with the rotations and stuff. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, this thing, center of mass is actually, let's this one with bucking and weaving. We need that mass to be what? Okay. Okay. No, I didn't want to copy that. I wanted to take that off. Copy that. like that. And like that, I think. This is where you figure out that Stimpy has no real clue what he's doing when it comes to planes, because he really doesn't. I know this lift thing has to be kind of just behind the mast, but yeah. Let's actually, while we're here, let's put on the spotting camera. We can find it. Not there. It's over here. Here you go. Get on there. Facing down? Yes, it's facing down. That's cool. Oof. That looks stupid. Wow, that was a bit of a goofy laugh. Okay. Like this, and we want it to be an activate camera. Thank you. And I didn't want to hit the load button. I wanted to save it. Cool. I think I might move the wings forward just a little bit as well. We'll yeah, there's a lot of mass on those wings, so let's bring them to about, I think that looks interesting. We'll see how she goes like that. And I am actually going to put 2 stabilizers on the tips here, I think. I'm wondering if we have a strike or something we can use. Little strike. Once upon a time I had a little strikey bit. It was a handy little piece. Where are you? Staring into the oblivion of parts. That's a rod from God. That's not it. Well, I can't see it. Oh well, that's fine. Holy moly. Actually, when we got that, a great place to put a couple of fins has actually presented itself. Just there. Kind of funny. And that also puts that directly there. That might be a little bit of an issue, I don't know. That's actually really straight there, isn't it? Not sure how effective that's going to be, but we'll name this the UAV 2. Save. Not much has changed really. That's mass is direct. Ever so slightly directly behind. Ever so slightly directly behind. That's some English. Maybe I should make this even longer. Do it that way. Yep. Save. And launchy waunchy woo. Runway, go go go. Test flight number 468. It's only number 2. And we do have an ASAS on this. So we're going to activate that just to see how well she stabilizes. Once again, I have to say I wish Fine Control adjusted the roll as well. She seems to be doing well. I kind of like that actually. I like how utilitarian that kind of very simple shape looks. A lot of you are leaving quite interesting suggestions on things to do, very challengey kind of things. I will try and I will. If there's no uniform agreement of what kind of thing we should be doing for an episode, I'm gonna grab what I think's cool out of the comments and slash what things will get us to our eventual targets. And since we're going to be going for lathe base and we want a space station, you know, the default missions are going to be like build space station parts and interstellar probes. Like, I think this episode we're going to get this UAV to a working use, and then we're going to build a satellite, as I said, to map the inner systems here, and that will be basically for Kethane. A few of you had concerns at the hilliness of Minmus and finding Kethane on it on a flat surface. I'd like to cover that bridge when I get to it. I know that those slopes are incredibly steep, but I'm willing to spend the money on the probe to send out there just in case there's a good source on the lake bed. I mean, how many people have actually run out? I mean, I don't know how long these Kethane things last, really. Let's check out this camera. That's pretty cool, actually. How cool is that, huh? I like that a lot. That's really cool. That is really cool, actually. And this thing's flying pretty well. Let's see how far we can get this thing. Another power generation is we've got a couple of radiothermal generators mounted in the back here, and these engines also generate a small Yes, the janitor some power. Yeah, we're just going to go do a test over the hills here, and just see how high we can get this thing up. So, happy fun times probably cut back when something bad happens. Alright, we're just coming up over the first layer of atmosphere. We're going to start speeding up quite a lot now, and I'm just watching this because I've never really used this engine properly. And we've got 5.5 kilonewton thrust on this thing, and it's slowly building up, but we have to give it enough to replace this turbojet, and I don't know what's going to happen when we kick in and lose this engine. We might have a massive spin out from like the imbalance in thrust. Don't know yet. We shall just have to see how that goes. It's 5.96 coming up should be. Please, there you go. Yeah, we might be gonna. I don't know. We might be experiencing a bit of a flame out on this guy soon. I don't know. I'm not quite sure of the parameters necessary for these things, and I'm having to sort of like bounce this thing about a bit to keep her nose up, just so we keep gaining altitude. We can start to see the curvature of Kerbal though. The Space Center is way back there. Traveled quite a distance. I mean, this is the west coast, never east, north, east, south. Yeah, this is the west coast over here. Sorry, I have to go through the compass then. It's hard to recall that information. I am smart, you see. I am that smart. We're picking up tremendous speeds now. That's pretty good. I'm just hoping I can get this thing shut down in time. I should have hotkeyed all these engines, but this is still a prototype test. We just need to get up to altitude. Man, we are actually getting some serious speeds here. Coming up to 18 kilometers. Doing relatively well, I think. Start throttling back, I think. Man. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I've heard people say that you need to throttle back when you're up here to avoid the burnout, because you don't need that. You don't need that much air, but it's, you know, it's really, yeah. Nice place down there. Cool engine though. Going pretty fast now. Almost a kilometer per second. Just need another 200 meters per second. Yeah, we're getting quite a climb on the apoapsis. Just about a 20-kilometer apoapsis, which is just a little bit ahead of us, but it's fine. Over 900 meters a second now. It's very fast. We haven't experienced a burnout on this engine yet. Well, no, because we'll just start doing barrel rolls. Backflips, anyway. Oh, the engine's starting to kick in now, look. We're coming up to speed. That's awesome. I'm just wondering what's going to happen when this turns off. Oh, god damn it. Okay, we just did a backflip. Oh god. Stop doing that. Whoa. Okay, stop. Stop. Under control. Calm down. That engine kicked in and we just lost it. I can't click the button. Thank you. Oh, god damn it. Stop spinning. There we go. You. Right, let's get this ramjet working. If we can. We just lost so much speed. Come on. That's it. Face the direction you're supposed to be going. Come on. Oh, so close. I'm just fighting with it now. Probably creating my own oscillations. Almost. Oh, that engine's out of it. Yeah, it's gone. God damn it. Ah. Okay. That's an imbalance there. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to switch out for a more traditional pattern, having two inline turbojets next to it, and do it that way and hotkey them up and switch between them at the appropriate time. That way it won't be such a jarring change in vector. I think this is lost. I think. I'm trying. Let's turn that off. Oh, nose in the right way for a second there. Oh, we're gone. You did well, little guy. Damn. Alright, this time I hotkeyed the engines. We've got this kind of canted tail here, twin engines this time. Air intakes is all much more traditional, plain looking. We're getting a slight bend here, as you can see. As of yet, there are no struts on this device. I think I might also try and mount on. Wow. Okay, this thing needs struts. Okay, calm down. Okay, you can save it. You can save it. Come on, bank her around. She's a glider. Leaf on the wind. Leaf on the wind! Leaf on the wind. Well, apparently I pushed the button and wasn't even recording. How about that? So far this one seems to be going pretty well. Changed the winglets, moved them back. The center of mass came forward slightly, and we're currently holding at this little angle here just to go up. We're just running these two engines out here, and then we'll switch over with the hotkeys. We seem to be able to turn slightly pretty well. Keeps tracking relatively well just now that we've got some stabilization along our vertical axes. But, we'll see how she gets on, and I will come back whether, when something happens. Alright, we're starting to seriously speed up now. That sounds really painful, those engines. This one's starting to power up now. We're going to let this get up, and then we're going to cut out these engines here. Hopefully that'll keep us going nicely. Oh dear, come on. Get up there. Over 1 kilometer now in speed. Let's not have a one-sided burnout either, that would be terrible. It's dropping painfully. That one's coming up. They're off. We are now relying solely on the huge ramjet. This is a this comes with the Tavarius airplanes pack. I'm pretty sure these tails might as well, but I'm not sure about that, guys. I don't think so. They don't look like his work, but we'll see. This engine doesn't seem to be doing very well either. We're actually slowing in speed. Yeah. It's picking up in thrust though, so I don't know. This is the highest we've come yet though, which is cool. We're actually heading out to the desert across the continent. We're unable to maintain stable flight out here, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, I'm not, and that thing's just dropping. I'm really not. Those are just gonna fuck up, aren't they? No? Okay. Maybe they can work in tandem. We'll see. We'll see. All very experimental for me, this. Looks cool though. Cool glow effect. We're still heading down. I don't really want to head down. I kind of want to be levelish. That's it. Up you come. Yeah, I'm just going to keep those engines on, see how we do, see whether they burn out or not. Oh. Doesn't help if you do that though. I pushed the wrong button. That's the one I wanted. Cool. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Alright, let's try and keep her steady. Try and keep her level too. Any tips on actual high atmosphere plane flying? Yeah, I'd love to hear them. You know, if you're a successful space planer and all that sort of, you know, stuff, let me know. You know, because also we're using the BOMP nano probe here from the BOMP's little probe pack. It's a little half-meter probe. Fits in there just nicely, just to keep some uniform sleekness. We're actually cruising pretty high. I think this is wrapping up to be an almost finished project here. Just need to outkit it with a few more, you know, like radio transmitters and stuff, transmit signals back properly. Right now they're just flying it on autopilot, see whether it goes well. And we're dropping again. We can't really keep that much of a stable flight. We keep dipping between 23 and probably about 18, 19 kilometers. It's not bad. It keeps us well over. I mean, this is 1,200 meters a second is nothing to shake a stick at. You know, you don't. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I'm liking where this is going. So we are going to. We're actually going to return this to base. Mission success. Wasn't really a mission. This comes under the vehicle test rules, so it's all rather cheap. And it means we actually can cause some explosion. That's what partially the vehicle like design kind of rules, the test rules are for. It's basically you can build crazy shit, and it doesn't matter if it explodes until you finally get one that works nicely. Because we all know that when you're building something crazy, things explode, like space shuttles. I mean, I've spent hours building space shuttles, and literally it's just explosion after explosion. Just banking over slightly now. Try and keep this altitude all the way back to the Space Center. That engine is not the strongest of engines, is it? Like, I don't know, it's... I'm probably doing something very wrong. And I know there's... The one way to do space planes and kind of high altitude things is just strap on tons more of these intakes, these ram air intakes, to a point of, like, I've seen planes that are just like a strut each side with like 20 each side, and But that's... Come on, that looks fucking stupid. Yeah, I want to build a plane that looks like it would fly. Man, this is pretty cool. Just turning around is quite slow. Doing it very gently here. Very, very gently. But at least we get to look cool. Very gentle turns. Because I think I'm going to stall this out somehow. I just know I'm going to stall this out somehow. Yeah. Oh! Oh wow. Oh wow, we're at the proper height. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So this is the proper height then. Haha! Yay! Look at that thing. The thrust is just continuing to go up as we pick up altitude. Well, we're losing altitude now because we're not going fast enough. Go! Up! 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 Come on! Up! 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 That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it's not really much better, but we're now at 28 kilometers, which is bloody high. We are still picking up thrust. This is wow. They might lose this UAV. I don't think this UAV is going to come back home. Fuel is looking pretty good. For the jets here, we only drain fuel for that. These are actually just structural pieces. They don't have fuel. We're going to have to put a fuel line across. But that's pretty cool. We're going to try and put this down. We'll have to get a recovery team out. We just need to find somewhere safe to put it down. We'll try and aim for just past this mountain range here. Probably have to incur some penalties for shipping costs to get the thing back. You know, because they have to fly out a team. They have to then dismantle it, like unbolt the wings, put it in a truck, safely stow it. But we're dropping now in altitude, but that's picked up quite a bit of speed. So this is relatively successful. She wants to turn back a bit, but I think that's because I'm all trimmed up, aren't I? Is it because I'm all trimmed up? I think it might be because I'm all trimmed up. I'm all trimmed up. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off and just let it fly itself. No, that's dangerous. There's the mountains. No, that's not the one. Bank over a little bit. Wow. It's pretty cool. Oh god, where are we going? Wrong button. There we go. Oh, we're just doing a bit of a yaw here, that's fine. She feels weird to fly out here like this, just because obviously there's so little air. Not much of it's cutting in, you know, to the control surfaces. She feels very, very, very weird. But, we've hit pretty good, impressive speeds. We've hit 90 kilonewtons thrust on that single engine there. That's mission success on UAV 3. We are gonna cut the engines a little bit, bring them right down. Right down. Should drop us nicely. You know what? These rivers are cool. I've never seen one up close. We can see them ahead of us there, look. Wonder if we'll make them. Wow. I don't know, I've had a lot of fun with this actually. It's always good to do a little bit of plane activity every now and again to just differentiate yourself a bit from rocketry. I'm going to cut this here because this is going to take a little while to come back down. Actually, not that much, but you know what I mean. Alright, I can see the ground. Gear out. Oh yeah. That's cool. Hey, and just think, guys, when 0.20 comes out, I know, right? Oh yeah, that's something. You might not have heard, but 0.19 is being split into 2 updates, so they can get stuff out quicker now. It'll be out on basically the same time frame, which is soon.tm, but it's like, wow, I totally stalled there mid-sentence. Yeah. There's a post up on the blogs by Mr. Harvester, and it's about update times and stuff just taking longer than they feel they should, and they want to do more stuff or more frequent updates. I probably won't update to 0.19 just for the sake of campaign mode. I won't update. There's the ground. Because so far it seems like they're only putting in the animation and the visual effect for re-entry, and really I'm not going to start campaign mode for just that. And it looks like in 0.20, which is going to come in about the same time frame, they say, we'll be getting the rover wheels and the beginnings of the resource system, as well as, have you seen the chair? Oh my god, there's a little chair with a little steering wheel, and supposedly EVA Kerbals can go and like mount it and then control the vehicle, which is pretty cool. Because I'll be able to just stick one of those little chairs on top of here, and they'll be able to climb up onto this, and that'll be it. Engines are off, and this thing can glide in pretty nicely, actually. And this is a really nice place to land too. Let's cant it up just a little bit. Let's try and save this one. I didn't want orbital camera. Thank you. And brakes. Awesome. Okay. I think we can even park it. Oh. Of course, the batteries are going to run down now because the engines aren't running. But we'll leave it out there parked. And that's a mission success there, boys. What do we got here? These can be a little tricky because obviously sometimes it adds in like planetary rotation speed with it. But yeah, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Ground distance covered 949,000. That's a lot. That was a lot. And we got to 28 kilometers. 28 kilometers in 22 minutes. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Okay, awesome. Alright, now we're going to build a very simple, cheap little satellite. We're going to be using a probe core, one of these square ones, because I like these square ones. And let's get what we need first. We're going to be mapping, so let's have a dish. And just for the sake of... Actually, should we do it? No. Yeah, let's have a dish there. That's cool. A little dish. And satellite, the solar panels? Where are the solar panels? Where are you, little solar panels? Come to me, solar panels. I like solar panels. Yep, despite my opinion of solar panels elsewhere. Lol. Are they the right ones? I'm gonna go check to see whether these are the right ones. Whether these are the right ones. The right ones. Now I'm just repeating myself in an insane loop because I've gone mad. Yeah, it's been one of those days. Let's get ourselves for you like that, because that looks interesting. Or are they gonna clip and be nasty? They might. Oh, that was weird. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. That's a piece of an arm. Let's think about how we're gonna do this. I've got an idea. Someone asked me where I got these from. Ah, there it is. The OI truss corner. Now, I'm Orbital Industries. I'm gonna have to look for the link, put this in the description. The most common truss pack people find is this other truss pack, which is like XL trusses, like bigger stuff like this, or resizes. But there's one particular pack that adds this new set, the OIs. This guy's mostly known for, I think he does these little cylinders, which I find quite useful. That's actually let's find one that's relevant. Come on. Where are they? Am I just going nuts here? Okay, I don't seem to find... Am I missing a load of parts? Or am I just stupid? I'm having trouble with Kerbal Space here. I'm not loading some parts sometimes. It's a bit weird. Anyway, that's a cylinder full of LH2. Cool. But yeah, he's mostly known for those. But he does these cool little truss sections, and they're pretty handy. Pretty handy for little things. Yeah. Yeah. No. When I was installing that, those two arm things, the Canada arms, it was just having, it just wasn't having it, you know. It was like, it would just start up, but it just wouldn't have those parts, and now it looks like I've got other parts missing, and little issue like that sometimes gets in the way. Right, let's see what we can do here. That, and I wanted 2 of those, please, sir. No, I didn't want 2 of those. I want 2 of those. So we're going to line those up nicely. Yeah, there we go. No? It doesn't fit like that, huh? Why doesn't it fit like that? That's annoying. Okay. I'm just going to mess with this for a bit. You know, in the short run, I think it might actually be cheaper just to throw up tiny little ones like these at our targets and have them just do the job. Might be cheaper. Might be cheaper. But, you know, there we go. I'm just going to build a very basic lifter for this. Just something to push it into space. Which, one moment. I think I've outdone myself here. I've made a very simple little launcher. It looks like it's going to have enough power. Very similar design to our initial Stay Putnik lifter, except we've got a larger fuel tank on the upper stage and another fuel tank of the same size on the intermediate stage. This has a larger engine. This has the a gimbaled proper big engine, and this is just a smaller engine. And we've got the pulsed payload fairing here with precious cargo inside. But we've replaced the main lift stage, the first stage, with an SRB. I don't like the way they're not in line with those. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, this seems pretty good. It's just a simple CurbSat 0190, 90 degree angle, because we're going to go for a polar orbit with this thing. And as you saw from the price, this thing's 13 grand. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap, that is. Like, that's ridiculously cheap. Probably because it doesn't really have much science, or have much science data on it. What I am going to do though is I'm going to stick a jeb on it, so we can have just a little bit of. Actually, where am I going to stick this jebby boy? Let's move that and put jeb. Where's a good place for jebby web? Move the dish for a second. No? There we go. Jeb can sit there. Nicely. Just kind of dangling. He'll be alright though. He'll be alright. And put that in there. Check our staging. Always check your staging. Save and to the launch pad. An evening launch here at the Space Center. The sun's setting, and all the preparations have been made for the launch. We're just going to set up the computers. Ground crews are clearing the area. What ground crews? See, there's not even like any rubble left from the explosions. Man, that was mad, wasn't it? Okay, let's we're actually going to use some killer up for this one, I think. And prepare the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
A little bit of damage to the launch pad there. That's fine. That's fine. We're using Killerot here because flying a booster like this is kind of a bit dodgy, so it's alright. We're actually going north, so we're going straight ahead. We're going straight into a polar orbit, none of this changing our inclination later. There's no point. We'll also pick up a slight deviation, which will help us map a little better. Going for about 90 kilometers to 100 kilometers if I can. We'll see though. Okay, separation coming up soon. Preparing the throttle. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Let's get this thing tipped slightly over already. Very gentle with the throttle. Very gentle. Kerbin's risen a little bit for us. Well, we've risen for Kerbin. Start to tip this over. Power into it now. It's looking good. Looking very good so far. We can afford to throttle up. Start picking up our speed, heading towards orbital speeds. Very slowly. Man, I do like these payloads, man. Moving to our next stage, our final stage. This was what is going to take us all the way, as I call it, to the top. Battery power is doing fine. We're getting a constant. Does this generate power? I don't think that No, we're steadily draining battery now. I did put the extra battery on here for that purpose. Should really start watching. Apoapsis is 31 kilometers. Pitch back slightly to 40 degrees. We're doing good for fuel. There's the moon. Cute little bugger. 37 kilometers. Haha! We're doing it. We're going to space. Where is it? There it is. Had to use the longer piece that I made to fit the dish in entirely. 45, 46. We're starting to quite pick up. As you can see, we're actually veering off course ever so slightly. This is because things are moving underneath us. But that's okay, because slight little piece of inclination's just gonna be fine. It's good fine. It'll be fine. Okay, 70 kilometer apoapsis. How's our fuel doing? Okay. Okay, 90 kilometer apoapsis. And that's 100 kilometer apoapsis. We're going to boost this into 100 kilometers and just see how she feels from that point. I am going to remove the payload fairings when I figure out which button does that. Aha! There's the sun. Oh yes. There she is. Power drains across the board, just like real batteries, so we'll have to... you can't transfer power either, I don't think either, can you? Out, out. Oh yes, you can. In, and lock that off. In, and lock that off, so it drains perfectly from these ones now. Before we separate, I'll need to re-enable those, otherwise the probe will very, very quickly die. And it's also got an internal power supply, which we should power up in... Okay, just to keep that buffer. Alright, and perhaps this is in 98 seconds. The majesty of Kerbal below us. Not bad. Not bad at all. And that slight inclination is actually going to do us a favour, you see. If you're perfectly on a 90, you get these little like bow shape blank parts in your map, which take a little while to clear up. As I said last time I was mapping something, there is actually a chart for it, but yeah, that requires science, and well, it doesn't require science, it requires looking it up, and well, you know me. Okay, I'm gonna just power on towards this. We've got a little engine, so that'll do us right there. Okay, that's good. Looks good. Okay, it's going to start going squiffy pretty soon. Yep. That's 120, actually. I'm actually going to bump this up to 150 on our apoapsis there, because we can do that from here. 150, because we have the feel for it. And I will meet you at apoapsis. So this is now 98 kilometer periapsis. This gets a little higher than the space station, which is cool. Look at these little things lying around. Oh, tanker probe. That's okay. There's the UAV-3. As you can see, we got pretty far away from the space center. That's actually what, 1/5 of the planet. And I just realized I missed apoapsis because I was busy talking. 1/6, 1/5, like in distance. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with that UAV actually. It's the first thing I've had that flew at that kind of height. Bit more practice I think to make it stable, but it's a good bit of fun. And it'll be good for using in conjunction with the CurbSat here. Okay, here we go. It's sunlight. You are poison. Okay, let's leave this kind of. There we go. And 30 seconds. Coming up. Let's wait until we're a little closer now. No power issues yet. Okay. Since this was so cheap, I probably should have put some Sepatrons on it to actually deorbit this stage here, but it's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to transfer in power, unlock, do we need more? Yes we do. In please sir. Takes a little while. And once that's done, it should be safe to disconnect. Thank you, little upper stage, for safely conveying us into space. Panels come out. And here we have it. It's very, very. That's not it. Very, very simple mapper satellite. Where is the sun? There she is. I'll let you have the sun. Cool. Don't think I'm going to extend the aerials either. Don't need the long aerials. That's cool. I like it. Very simple mission today. Next episode, I think we'll probably get another module up. I'll have a module ready to go, so we can just put the strap. I might even cut in with it already in space, because launching of rockets is, it's launching of rockets. I don't want to continue to repeat myself. And as you see, the camera's twisting here of its own accord. We're actually passing over the North Pole right now. How cool is that? And here we go. Store raw data on, please. Because, please. Anomalies on. Look at that. Anomalies. Cool. Where's Kerbal Space Center? There's Kerbal Space Center. And our current position is down here. And we're just mapping away. That's awesome. Whee! The big swaths coming up. Whee! Alright. I'm going to cut this here. And we will be back next episode. Please, please, please keep your suggestions coming. All the ideas are very much appreciated. Looks like we've broken a solar panel, or broken a tile. That looks funky. Never noticed that texture. Texture. Oh yeah, that's cool. Must be just part of the texture. That's cool. I like that. I think I repeated myself about 6 times there. Oh, this guy's cool. He's a cute little satellite. I like simple designs. They can be the prettiest. And we've clipped the battery in here, so this little triangle bit actually looks kind of like it's a bracket holding it in, which I like that too. So thank you for watching. That was me, Stimpy. This was campaign mode. The missions were randomly shouted by many of you lovely individuals. If someone's, as I said, if someone's said a mission that you've said, just thumbs up their comment or whatever, or reply to it, and by that I can judge what's more wanted overall. I know that we got the overall plan of doing a lathe kind of floating base. I think we are going to actually have to get a nuclear probe up and start sending them out into the void after the various planets, looking at the Joule system. But until then, have a lovely day, have a lovely time. Bye!